Hey guys, it's Aggie K, Wealth Therapist. I'm on a roll today, so I thought I'd answer another viewer question. And the question is, Aggie K, Wealth Therapist. Hi, let me introduce myself if you don't know me. Um, and the question I got is anger a normal part of the wealth creation process? Yes, absolutely it is. Anger is a normal part of life, right? It's a normal part of life. And it will, yeah, I am warmer now. I was outside trying to be festive and it was cold. Uh, Anger is a normal part of life. So, yes, anger is a normal part of the wealth creation process. Anger is a normal part of life. It's not something that you need to avoid. It's not something that you should be looking to avoid. Certainly, anger is going to be showing you resistance. Anger is going to be showing you where you're fed up. Anger is going to be showing you boundaries. And in the wealth creation process, I think you anger is important because it's showing you where your subconscious is still holding on and resisting what it is that you want because it makes you angry that you don't have it. Right? So it's really important to listen and honor that and allow that anger energy, which is very brave and very courageous and really important, all about giving yourself a voice. Allow that anger to move you through the sabotage, because that's usually what's happening, right? This particular viewer was saying that the anger is coming up because she feels like she's so close and so close to breaking through and so close to having that financial breakthrough. And it just feels like, you know, she just can't get there. Like it's just so close, she can feel it, but she can't get there. And it really causes a lot of anger. And you want to think about why it would make you angry that you're not breaking through. Why is that anger there? Who in your life didn't break through? Who would you be, in some way like disrespecting or offending if you broke through and they didn't? Maybe one of your parents, maybe somebody in your family, maybe somebody in your community, maybe your community. Who would you be inadvertently disrespecting if you broke through and they didn't? Someone who told you that you'd never make it, someone who told you you're a dreamer, someone who told you you'd be fooling yourself. And, when you break through, hey, Alex. So I think that anger is really important. It's showing you exactly, if you're patient with it and you listen to it and you allow that anger to talk to you and tell you what's happening, show you why it's resistant and why it's holding on. Anger is like that first layer emotion. There's something underneath that's waiting to, hey Tracy and Mama Pape. Love seeing you guys, love everything that you're doing. So listen to that anger. It's really important. It needs a voice. It hides under a mask. Absolutely. So it deserves to be there. It deserves to be part of your life. It deserves to have your voice heard. And it needs that acknowledgement, right? It's asking to be acknowledged really loudly. It has a really loud message for you. So pay attention to that. And why is it happening so close when you're so close to the line is because you're shifting identity and things have to be let go of, things have to be dropped. And also, by the way, turmeric cinnamon tea, heaven. I'm giving up caffeine because my sleep has been suffering. And if you're giving it up, turmeric and cinnamon. So yes, anger is a normal part of the wealth creation process. Think about combustion in science, right? Think about explosions. Think about, the Big Bang Theory. I will still love you if you get angry. Yes. Love you all the time, Ms. Pape. Think about science. Think about combustion. Think about the Big Bang Theory. Think about what happens after destruction is creation. After destruction is creation. Something new is created from that destruction. So let that be evidence to you that if it's happening in the universe, that's how creation is happening in the universe. That's how creation is happening in you. Something has to combust, explode, change, shatter. and there's other ways to transmute. It doesn't have to always be anger if, you're someone who's like chronically angry. It just might be an emotion you're very familiar with, and maybe you need to try other emotions out. But if you're asking if anger is part of the wealth creation process, absolutely. Anger is part of every kind of process. It's part of the human process. It's part of the universe's process. And that's comforting. Let that be a comfort to you, let that be evidence to you that you're on the way to creating it. And many people get stuck in that, or they feel like they're stuck in a cycle of like growth, anger, stuck, still not at the finish line, growth, and this like thing that's happening. But your job is to keep trusting that this is the process, and that you're getting through to the other side, and that you're breaking through, and that you're choosing to break through, and keep pushing on your subconscious. Your subconscious doesn't like to be pushed on. It doesn't like to be told that it has to fool itself, that it has to do risky things, that it has to put itself out there, that it has, that it's, its job is to keep you safe no matter what. So that anger is protecting you from whatever's underneath. And usually there's something underneath as well, that you want to take a look at. How much do we love this? What is it called? It's the Kylie Christmas, Red Velvet. Oh my God, it's so good. Love a good lippy, a holiday lippy. So that's my thoughts about the anger piece, guys. Let me know what you think underneath. It's important. And if you're avoiding anger, maybe you're avoiding the creation process as well. Think about that. Maybe there's stuff you have to get more angry about so that you destroy the current paradigm and create something new. So that you destroy the current identity and create something new. So take a look at that. It's an important, vital piece to the process, is getting angry. I know back in therapy school, we would have these anger intensives to just allow it all to surface, so that something new could be created from the outside. What's the last thing that made you angry? Guys, post below. What is the last thing that made you angry? Healthy anger. Yeah, let's encourage anger, because anger has this like, bad rap. It has bad anger needs new PR, guys. Let me be the new PR agent. Yes, absolutely. 100% applies to creativity. Anger needs a new PR agent, because anger gets a bad rap, and it has courage. It has bravery. It has, yes, thank you. And it has, it has lots of power behind it. And sometimes we're afraid of our anger because we're afraid of our power too, right? So allow that to surface, allow that to be there in a healthy way. Right, it's risky. We don't know how people are going to respond to anger. We don't know how we're going to respond to anger. We don't know who we're going to be if we respond to all that anger. But it definitely needs to be there and needs to be celebrated in a way that's healthy, right? Because it does bring about creation, creativity, opens the channels, and it often seems to hide behind sadness, pain, and hurt. Absolutely, Tracy, definitely. So let's give anger a new PR angle, a new public relations angle, and let's celebrate when people are pissed off about stuff, because it's real. Let's validate that for ourselves and for other people, that it's real, that it's happening, instead of fighting our anger. Yes, boxing helps. And if you're in the Toronto area, you can join the News Girl Boxing Club with our friend Savoy, who has an amazing boxing club. Yeah, so that anger can be safe for you, safe and healthy for you, and get you to where you need to go. Right? And to get you to that creation, to that manifestation. Take an angry person to lunch, and that angry person might be you. Take yourself to lunch if you're angry. And pay attention to what's going on there, what it's trying to tell you, and stop resisting it if you're resisting it, and allow it to be, and know that it is part of the process. So congratulations if you're angry. This is part of the wealth creation process. If you're pissed about money, Go take a look at the money story. Why are you pissed? Why are you pissed off that you have to deal with money? Ask yourself that question. Why are you angry about that? And get into the anger. Get some boxing gloves. Get the bat to the bed. Get the anger moving out of your body so it stops resisting whatever is underneath. And once you get underneath, it's kind of like a geyser, right? It's that geyser. It's your big bang waiting to happen. Your big money bang is waiting to happen. So allow the anger to be there. Know that's part of the process, and that's how we create, right? That's how the universe creates. That's how we create. That can absolutely be part of the process. It's not the only way we create, but absolutely know that it's a sign for you that you're on your way to creating something different. By destroying the past, the old, shattering those beliefs, and giving yourself a chance to believe something new. Which leads into my earlier live stream that I did, because I'm apparently a live stream junkie today, about fooling yourself. So watch that one after. Learn how to express it in a healthy way. Yeah, and a healthy way doesn't mean it has to be nice. And I think that's part of it, is like, we don't know what is a healthy way to express it. And sometimes telling the person who's being an asshole where to go is the healthy thing to do. If you never do that, and you never give yourself a chance to do that, and you're always trying to transmute it before it even has a chance to surface. I would say take a look at the ways you are angry normally and do something different. If you're normally angry and you yell or something like that, you yell at your kids, then do something different. Laugh at yourself. Do something silly. Hi, Agnieszka. So try to mix it up. Find yourself different ways to be angry. Find out new ways to be angry. Explore the range that you have emotionally so that you get underneath and see what's underneath. And remember that anger is, like all emotions, but are there to help us evolve. So yeah, Alex listening. So allow yourself to evolve with it. Hey Alex, what's your question? We're talking about, is anger a normal part of the wealth creation process? What are some healthy ways? Speaking up, being brave, moving it through your body, I think is important. And that might feel a little uncomfortable for some people. So I get like a tennis racket, I turn on some music, and I just start moving it through my body. Even if I don't think I'm angry, but I know something's like bugging me underneath, and then I journal afterwards, usually some combination of that. You can wring a towel. You can, there's rage rooms. You can literally go and smash plates. You can go scream in your car, scream into a pillow. Figure out what you're angry about and write the letter that really says what you think, as opposed to the nice version of it. You don't have to actually send it, but allow yourself like a few rounds of like really saying what you think, because we know that anger is a projection, right? We know that we're angry about ourselves about something. We're tired. We're not keeping our boundaries. We're drained. We don't have enough energy. We said yes when we meant no. I mean, directly, healthy ways to say it directly to someone. You got to play with that depending on, sometimes it's, oh, was it? Oh, I'd love to hear your live stream about the rage room. I bet it was awesome. So I think healthy ways depends on the situation. But you want to, you sometimes want to answer that call. It's not every time. It doesn't need to be every time. But if you never tell someone in the moment that you're really angry about what they just did, then you're like stuffing it down. So practice, play with it. What if anger comes up because you feel like you have way too much mindset shit to figure out? Yeah, like I'm never going to get there because I'm pissed off because I'm never going to get there because I have so many mindset issues. That's the belief that I have so many issues, right? That's the belief like I'm never going to be healed, and I'm never going to be healed, and I'm never going to be whole, and I have to work through all this shit before I manifest the money. I would say that there's, probably times where you can get lost also in the cauldron of anger and the cauldron of like, I'm never going to be fixed. I'm never going to be fine. When it comes to mindset work specifically, Alex is asking, what if anger comes up because you feel like you have way too much mindset shit to figure out? You're angry at the process. You're angry, like, why am I not manifesting right now? Why do I have so much? And you can manifest, without figuring all of your mindset shift. However, this usually happens when it's like a bigger identity paradigm shift, that if you started manifesting the money and you stopped the process that you're on, you would just go right back to where you were. You know what I'm saying? So take a look at that. Like, if you asked yourself, if I got what I wanted right now, what would I be skipping? What lesson would I be skipping or missing? Or like, how would I like sit back on my laurels again in terms of my mindset work? Ask yourself that question. Because that can be the tricky thing, that you're also setting yourself up that you have to do a million things before you manifest what you want. And that's not true either. This can be a process, but there's certain times, and I know, Alex, where you're at, where you're going through a massive paradigm shift, an identity shift. And if you got what you wanted in this moment, how would that mess up the process? And or give yourself what you'd get. Just give yourself what you'd get in the process. So that one's a little bit trickier because you can be lost in all of the emotions too. But ask yourself, like, I'm not getting what I want. Why am I not getting what I want? What belief is keeping me stuck in getting what I want? Hey, Sarah, modern day shaman on the line, guys. You're looking for a shaman to knock your socks off. There's Sarah. We're talking about anger and how important it is to the process. I have to hop off, guys. I got a call at 12:30. But watch this. Check in on your anger. Ask yourself, what are the ways I'm normally angry? Switch it up. Do something different when you're angry this time. Ask yourself, what's the last thing I was angry about? Why am I angry about that? What belief needs to change for me to not be angry about that anymore? And also allow the anger like a voice and a channel. And it's often like, my clients often really have powerful results from speaking to that anger and being pissed off and making a live stream about it and talking about what they're pissed off about is often very powerful. It resonates with a lot of people because, people are used to being like, everything's perfect, and it's not. That's not normal life. That's not human life. Look at the universe. Look at the Big Bang Theory. Things have to get destroyed to get rebuilt. And that's what you're doing. You're destroying a belief system so that you can rebuild a new one. And cheers to you. That's part of the wealth creation process. Turmeric cinnamon tea, it's delicious. Okay, let me hop off, guys, and get on my call. If you have questions, answer on the thread. And I love you, and I love your anger, and share it and talk about it. And let's shift it for you and get you into the wealth reception part of the process. Okay? Mwah. Love you guys. Bye.